Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Kotetsu here and welcome back to a new episode of Q&A. So as you see, I'm right here back in my desk again, and it's a funny story, It wasn't even 1 week ago when I was using my new camera to record those Q&As, right? But you guys want to know what happened? I eventually got tired of the fact that the camera didn't have an input where I could plug in my microphone. It was kind of ridiculous because when I bought that camera, I just assumed that it was like a $750 camera. I assumed that like a camera in that price range just has to have like an input for my Blue Yeti, right? But it didn't even have that little like microphone jack. I know like most cameras have that like sort of like circular jack where you can just get like the adapter for the USB cables, but this camera didn't even have that. So I returned it to the Best Buy where I bought it at, and I ordered the other one, which should be coming within like the next few days or so. So probably by time I record the next Q&A next week, I will be using that new camera, and the audio quality will probably be equal to what it is right now because I will be able to use this beautiful Blue Yeti microphone right here in front of me. So yeah, with that aside, let's get into the questions. Utro asks, Q&A, how fast do you think it would take for you to be kicked from Evolve if you joined? And the funny thing is I've actually tried joining Evolve before. It wasn't even like, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 months ago. I sent in a response to the GFX slash designer RC that they had. They had an editor RC and a stunter RC at the exact same time too, but I didn't get in, which honestly I think is like for the better when you think about it, because I'm not sure if just me as a person has like a whole lot to bring to the table for a team like Evolve, for instance. But like if I did join, I'm not sure if I'd be kicked because I don't really run my mouth at all. I just can't really think of anything that if I was given the opportunity to join them, even though like I'm not even sure if I'd want to join Evolve per se, but if I was in the team though, I don't really think I'd be kicked because like I don't know why I would have to be kicked. I mean, I don't do anything that would warrant being kicked because I'm just like nice to everyone, that kind of stuff. It's Throne asks, will you high five me IRL? And if you don't know, this kid lives 45 minutes away from me. I know him in real life. He's like my friend, sort of. He's like a few months like younger than me. Not few months, I meant a few years. Like if he was a few months younger than me based on how this kid looks, that'd be scary. But yeah, I'll high five you IRL next time I see you. I'm not sure when that's gonna be. I don't know. Kobe Free asks, Q&A, if you were to make a team with Hazardous or Mafia, who would you choose? And I don't think either of those teams or like either of those ideas are realistic really, because well, maybe Mafia more so in Hazardous, but I guess in Hazardous's case, there'd be no real reason for him to start a team because, you know, that guy's just busy enough as it is. He has all his film stuff going. He does a lot of, like, freelance work for people. There'd be no reason for him really to start a stunting team. He's, like, fine, like, just on his own, making his own videos, but Mafia might actually do something like that, because Mafia just, like, knows the French community more than, like, anyone else, and I feel like if he had more time and was less focused on his personal channel, that he would do that. And if you were to make a team with Hazardous or Mafia, that's why I sort of discussed like if they would do that. I'm sure Hazardous wouldn't do it with me, and I would have communication problems with Mafia because he's like a predominantly French speaker, and like yeah, I don't really know a whole lot of French. I know some, and Mafia kind of struggles with English a little bit because I know he can speak. I know he can like type it pretty well, but I haven't really heard him like ever like speak a full sentence in English. So yeah, I just think both of those situations are honestly just unrealistic, and it would never happen. So I'm not sure who would I join because like that wouldn't happen either way. But you know, if it was gonna happen, this is a very, very slim chance I'm talking about right here, but if it was to happen, joining up with Hazardous would be pretty cool. Origin Stunting asks, how is your cat doing? And pretty good. Like, she's still around. She's like 15 to 16 years old. She's like really old now. If you guys don't know, I do have a cat. It's technically my mom's cat, but I don't know where she is, so it's not like I can really like try and like find her for you guys. But yeah, and I don't really feel like getting out of my like really comfortable chair right here. That doesn't really sound like a very good idea to me, but like for how my cat's doing pretty good. Pancake Suck asks, Q&A, when will you get a new haircut? And I'm tired of this question, honestly. I mean, I'm not sure if I made this clear. This is probably the third time I've had this question asked to me within like the past like month or so. And when am I getting a new haircut? not for a long time. I don't really cut my hair. I mean, like, the time I cut my hair to cut, like, the dyed stuff off about, like, maybe, like, was that, like, 3 months ago? Yeah, I think that was 3 months ago. Like, I don't cut my hair that much. Like, I used to, but, like, not really anymore because, like, as of right now, I mean, it's looking better long than it did short. Like, I don't know why it didn't grow it long earlier because it didn't really look like anything special back when it was, like, short, you know, but it's probably gonna look pretty cool when it's long, so I'm just gonna, like, sort of keep it that way. So I guess I'm getting, like, I'm getting, you know, don't cut your hair. I'm not getting a haircut. Plasma Stunting asks, Q&A, what job are you looking forward to besides YouTube, obviously? And, you know, there's lots of stuff that I'm sort of, like, getting into. Like, during college, I'm thinking about doing, like, computer science and, like, film and, like, video production, that kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm most interested in because there's lots of jobs that lead from that kind of stuff. Because, like, I could do, like, film and video production. Like, it's something I've been, like, seriously considering because, like, I love the experience I'm having, like, here on YouTube for the past, like, maybe 2.5 years. Like, I really enjoyed this as of so far. So that's the reason why I consider, like, the film and video production because, like, it, like, sort of, like, in specific, I want to get more into, like, video editing because, like, if you guys have been watching me for a while now, you know, like, the editing I do is nothing special. So, I don't know. I just feel like if I do that, I could become, like, a really cool video editor, like, some people I look up to, and I don't know, it'd just be fun. And for computer science, that's a very broad thing. Like, I could get lots of, like, very high-paying jobs that I'll, like, enjoy at the exact same time, and my GPA is already, like, pretty much high enough to get into a lot of colleges, so, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. Like, I obviously got to go to college first, but, you know, like, there's lots of jobs I can go into, like I've mentioned, like, I don't know, a few seconds ago. I don't know why I'm talking so awkwardly today. Maybe it's just the way he worded that question, I'm not sure, but, yeah, to put it as short as possible, there's lots of jobs I'm looking forward to, like, in sort of computer science and, like, film and stuff like that. Gills asked, who do you think is the best stunter that is not in a team? And that's kind of a hard question because if you look at the community as it is right now, pretty much everybody is in a team except, like, for people with more subscribers. That's why I'm noticing, like, the more subscribers you have, like, the more of a chance you have of being solo because the less use you really have of a team because you don't really need to worry about, like, promoting your own channel or brand because you already got that taken care of. Like, for example, like, Hazardous and Mafia Stunting, just like I was talking about earlier, like, they're not in a team. And, like, I'm not gonna say they're good because, like, you can't really say they're good because, like, Hazardous uses, like, speed mods and, like, other kind of stuff in his videos, and pretty much all of his videos look, like, suspicious as, like, hell, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because I find, like, Hazardous, like, very entertaining, but you can't really go off on a whim and say he's a good stunter when he uses the mods deliberately in his videos, so you can't really say that. For Mafia Stunting, he does a lot of videos where he doesn't really hit anything. I know I'm guilty of that too, okay, but I mean, he just doesn't more than I do. Yeah, you can't really say Mafia is extremely good too. He is creative though. I'll give Mafia that. Mafia is creative, but like he's not like really like the best. Like even though he's invented quite a few stunt techniques, that's partially because like he's like gotten a lot of influence from others. It's hard to say, you know. But for like there's someone I'm definitely not thinking of. I know Rubik used to not be a team. Like that's who I would have said like about 2 months ago. But since then Rubik has joined Evolve, so I can't use him. I can't think. Is the Anarchy Society in a team? I think he is. Black Shadow is in a team. Yellowhawk is in a team. X-Black is in a team. Like, all these, like, really, like, good stunters as of recently that I'm just, like, conjuring in my mind. Like, they're all in teams now, so I can't really think of an answer to that question. Sniper GV asks, Q&A, are you excited for GTA 6 Stunting? And, yes, I'm very excited for GTA 6 Stunting. Even though the game hasn't been announced yet, like, in any way, shape, or form, I'm still excited for it because I know it's gonna happen one day, okay, one day. And hopefully when that day happens, I'll have the time necessary to like invest fully into this community. That's like what I want to do. And like it's a long way I have to go before I can get to that point. But you know, if I get to that point one day, I promise that I'll do like whatever I can to like just try and revive this community as like much as possible when GTA 6 comes out. Because you guys just gotta realize, just like back in like 2013, stunt videos like got millions of views on a regular basis. And we have the potential to make that to happen again. And if we don't make the same, like, fatal mistakes that we made this time around of GTA 5, which is a whole nother story, I'm not even going to get into that. Way too many bad decisions we've made as a whole. But I mean, yeah, and also certain people have led to, like, the depopularization of this community. I'm not going to name any names either, but yeah, just like if we are just overall are like better in like the GTA 6 area whenever that sort of like comes into play, if we're just like better overall, then I feel like the community is gonna last a lot longer, like, and it'll be more popular for longer compared to how it was this time. Not saying this community is over anytime, but just when you look at it compared to 2013, we're like nothing as of right now. But I'm very excited for GTA 6 Stunting because in a way, it's just like a chance to be reborn as a community. Talk About It asked, are you a weeb? And no, I am not a weeaboo, despite how many people think I'm a weeaboo, and I can explain why, right? So, yeah, like, if you're wondering what I am, I identify as an otaku. That's way different than weeaboo. An otaku is someone who likes to watch anime and read manga and learn about Japanese, like, culture and stuff like that, and various, like, foods. Just, like, overall, just any of that stuff, like, or if you like Japanese weapons, or, like, any kind of weapons for that matter. Doesn't even have to be in Japan. Like, to be an otaku, you just have to, like, sort of like something, like, overall, that has, like, some tie with, like, Japan or stuff like that. Or if you're any of that, like, you're an otaku. So, yeah, that's kind of what that means. I know a lot of my subscribers don't really know what that means, so they immediately resort to the W word, which I hate. Yeah, at this point, especially since Filthy Frank released that video, it's used a lot more, frequently now, you could say, and I know I have, like, lots of shitty anime posters behind me, that's my fault, okay? Fairy Tail sucks, I have no idea why I have an SAO poster back there. I'm probably gonna get rid of those and, like, add, like, some more, like, niche decorations, you could say. I just want it to look a bit more interesting because it kind of sucks right now. If you're wondering what's over there, that's like from some game. What I'm talking about is, like, on the side of the wall over there. I don't even know what half my decorations are. It's been about, like, a year and a half since I've updated them, and I really do need to update them at some point or another, so, yeah, now that I think about it, I'll get on that. Within, like, the next few weeks, I gotta think about some new decorations for my room, possibly. Typical AL asks, Q&A, wanna collab? And yeah, that sounds pretty good. Like, I don't really, I'm sorry if I'm being rude here, but I remember you. I remember you, yes. I watched an Aki Bento video of yours, but for some reason, I forget who you are. I mean, I know it sounds really disrespectful, but I mean, yeah, just like, I know you're from, judging from the profile picture and, like, typical AL, I'm assuming that means, like, anime liker or lover or something like that. Yeah, like, a collab would be cool. I just don't know what we would collab on. And now that you ask, like, I just don't know. I have no idea. Xero Pro said, your camera makes you look like a ginger, and I take a lot of offense to that. I am not a ginger, okay? I have brown hair, okay? I'm not a ginger, okay? Don't say that. I don't want to be grouped with those people. Yeah, I really don't want to be grouped with those people. And he's talking about the last video. The lighting was a bit different, okay? I admit, like, the front of my hair looked a tiny bit orange/ginger sort of type of stuff. But I'm not a ginger, okay? I don't show any other signs of gingerism, alright? And yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. So if you want to ask a question for a chance to be featured in the next Q&A, make sure to leave it in the comment section down below because I will be looking through all of them and answering most of the questions that you guys ask me for next week's video. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video at any point in time, be sure to drop a like on the video because it does help a lot. And also, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily GTA 5 content and more. And until next time, this is Kotetsu here. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Kotetsu out.